What's going on, fight fans? This is the MMA Encyclopedia. George Kinnebrew here for MMA Mayhem Radio.com. And I'm sitting here with the man himself, Roger the Leprechaun Carroll, who just came off a spectacular submission victory, and it was in the middle of giving a BJJ lesson. Like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. This is history in the making. I mean, and it was with his opponent, ladies and gentlemen. You don't find this every day. This is what you call respect. This is what you call honor. This is what you call true martial artistism. I mean, I know I just made that word up, but hey, I mean, it's all love here, you know, in the locker room. So, Roger, just walk me through the fight right quick, and just talk about just the moments that you had in the fight in general.
Well, Kevin, man, I seen that he had an awesome fight with a UFC and WEC fighter. What's his name?
Rafael Sunsao.
Yeah, Rafael Sunsao. And I've known Rafael, and I knew his brother Junior, and it's, you know, to get an honor to fight him. You know, he took a little layoff, and man comes back and wants to fight. I give him all the props for it. Man come out and just off the wall shocked me with either a left or a right. I'm not sure.
Right.
But I just remember I said, yep, we're in a fight now. Mm-hmm. And just amazed me. And a lot of times that's what it takes. It takes just something to wake you up and get you in gear. But I just, man, my whole goal is I'm all about setting a pace. I get into a fight and I try to set a pace. Mm-hmm. And I make the fighter stay at my pace. That's the number one thing I'm known for, is for having extreme cardio and forward. It don't matter if I'm winning or losing or getting my butt kicked. I'm always pushing the pace. My whole thing is I stays in shape.
Right.
So.
And Roger, we've known you for being one of the more resilient and one of the more tougher guys in MMA, and it just seems like, you know, tonight, you know, with your fight with Kevin, you just came out, you know, really focused and really, you know, just wanted this win, because I know, you know, the last time, you know, the things didn't, you know, go out so well, so I know you wanted to come and redeem yourself and really wanted to make a statement. So just talk about that if you can.
My last fight, I came off of 2 fights back to back. I fought Drew Kennedy. He was 7-0. And I gave him his first loss, and it was amazing. You know, I really focused on my ground game. I really focused on my wrestling being more. I brought a lot of my old school stuff out.
Right. And
then I was supposed to fight Corey Hill, and Corey Hill backed out on me on 3 times. So strike 3, you're out.
Yeah.
And then I had to fight Josh Egan's round 2. Mm-hmm. And me and Josh, you know, I have all the respect out of anybody that's ever wanting to fight, you know. Mm-hmm. And he didn't think that the first time we fought that he felt like it was a fluke.
Yeah.
So I demonstrated that, you know, he never believed. He said he rolled with black belts and brown belts all day long, and it was nothing for him. So I showed him again what a black belt can do.
Exactly.
And as far as when I found out I was fighting Diego, I found out with Diego on a week's notice. And I didn't realize how tired I was. Mm-hmm. I really, you don't realize when you basically take 3 months back to back and do nothing but train, mm-hmm. and you don't stop.
Right.
And you don't realize how tired your body gets. Mm-hmm. I was eating at Olive Garden on Saturday, and Sunday I'm like, I gotta cut weight. Yeah. And my wife's going, this ain't, you know, what about family time? And I'm like, okay, this is Diego Lima.
Right. It's a high-level opponent, man.
And then when I found out I was going to get another opportunity, I took a little break because that fight with Diego, it really just made me slow down a little bit. You know, I turned 31, and me and my wife, we had a little bit of medical issues, but God blessed us, and everything's all right. We're fixing to have round 2 in baby, and yeah, we're ready to start round 2 on that. And my little baby girl Chloe, she's fixing to be 2 years old here soon. And when I found out I was fighting Kevin, I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. I said, I finally get to fight somebody my own height. I said, I've waited 11 years for this. I finally get to fight somebody I'm taller than.
Right.
Like, this is amazing.
It is.
And he said 165. I said, I don't know about that. And I said, well, I'm always getting down to 68 because I weighed in at 68 with Diego. I'm like, I think I can lose 1 more pound. So I can do that 67 because you're 65 plus 2. And I'm like, okay. And then lo and behold, we both got down to 65. I didn't drink nothing all the way down here, and I was just amazed. You know, I seen his pictures. I'm like, man, that's a big dude. You know, because when I seen your pictures, you know, your older pictures, I was like, man, that's a big dude. I said, how in the world's he? Why is he a 65? He looks like a 70-pounder, you know?
Right.
And when we met each other, dude, it's so amazing that most of the time I walk up to the fighters and I introduce myself, and I'm really humble, and people think I'm playing mind games. I'm not playing mind games. It's just the way I am.
Yeah.
This is strictly business. This is strictly, like, this is no joke, and I was telling Kevin about this. I have taped up my opponent's hands and held pads for him. Here's the thing.
Wow.
Can you stop it? If you know what's going to happen, can you stop it?
Yeah.
My Muay Thai instructor, Rick Davis, champion Muay Thai, no joke, man, said, hold pads for me. I said, okay, no problem. I said, okay, old man. And then he kicked me in the head.
Whoa.
And he said, keep the pads up. And I said, I thought they were up. And this is at the time, he was like 57 years old, kicking me in the head.
Whoa.
And I'm like, I thought they were up. He's like, they're not up high enough. And, man, kicking me in the head. And that's when I realized right then and there that, you know, I had a lot to learn and that I needed to be humble with everybody. And, you know, just it was an honor. And that's why we're in here now, because here's the thing. When I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to do the exact same thing I do every day. Teaching is what I do. Fighting is a hobby. I can only fight so long. I've only got a couple more good fights in me, and fighting someone like Kevin, it just shows how all the hard work that he's put in and all the hard work that I've put in is finally getting recognized. This man took a little layoff, and his first fight back, he's the co-main event on a Wild Bill's fight night. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's something to be said, because they don't put nobody on a co-main event or a main event if you ain't done something. This man's busted his butt and done a lot. And he took a little break because he has a family.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. That's the only reason why we're both here right now. It's because we love it, but it's because we want our kids to come back and say, my daddy was a badass.
That's right.
My dad, hey, yeah, I didn't mess around at home, because my daddy, he'd say, hey, go to the room. I don't want to go to the room. Darn wrestling mats in the room, man. Wasn't washing dishes. It was getting down on the floor and running jiu-jitsu drills.
Right.
So, but
yeah, so, I mean, well, I guess you stole my thunder, sir, because I was going to ask you, where do you go from here? But you said you're going to go back to teaching and training, you know, jiu-jitsu, which you instructed here. You know, jiu-jitsu is what you do. And,
well, my theory behind that is I learn from everyone. Kevin has already showed me, like, I roll with a lot of different style of guys. Like, I train with guys. I've got guys in my room that weigh 240 pounds, and I'm able to get them off of me with side control drills and sweeps and passes. And Kevin's got more control in certain positions in side control than some of my purple belts.
wow.
And that's something to be, you know, he's got a very good positions there. I learn from everyone. I can learn from him. He can learn from me. It was tonight, I out-techniqued him, you know, but the next time we roll, he comes down to the room, he's going to out-technique. He's like, hey, I remember that thing you did to me. Now I'm going to do it to you. And that's how we learn. That's how we get better.
Exactly.
You know, and that's the only way we're going to get any better, is if we keep training with one another and we keep pushing one another. That's the only way we're going to continue to grow and continue to evolve this sport. And, you know, there's a lot of negativity in this sport, and I'm all about bringing the positivity. You know
Well, you certainly have done that, and you are certainly an ambassador and a true leader. One of the more humble guys in MMA right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a legend in the making right here. Roger, the Leprechaun Carroll. Anybody you want to thank? Anybody want to shout out before we get out of here? First
thing, I'd like to thank God and my mama, and she told me in my life I can do anything I put my mind to. Is not in my vocabulary. And the word as in everyday is can. And, you know, live it, love it, breathe it, so be it. And, you know, I'd love to thank all my sponsors, all my satellite schools, all my my new management company, Shark Management, my old management company, Bread and Butter, Renegade Fighting Systems, you know, Saga Martial Arts. I'd like to thank Body Quest, SMAfighter.com. I'd like to thank what is it? Number one, I'd like to thank y'all for allowing me this opportunity.
No
Kevin, dude.